On the left, the first house, the one that took me in when I had nowhere else to go, when the days had blurred together. Further on, the log cabins come into view, standing quiet and unchanged, followed by the gas station still empty, like it's been holding its breath this whole time. Landmarks in a world that feels like it's forgetting itself. Then I take my eyes off the road for just a second and slam right into the ambulance, of all the things to hit. I shake my body back to existence, thankful for the seatbelt. Then I head on along the road. It's the 10th of August. I say it out loud, just to hear something human. Today I'm heading for the bunker, not circling it, not avoiding it, facing it. I want to see it from the street, get a proper look, understand what it is, what it might mean. But something is changed. I can feel it over the past few days. Something has settled in me, something solid, determination maybe, or desperation wearing a more confident face. Either way, it's pushing me forward toward that hole in the ground, toward the possibility that my family made it there, that they were waiting. Still, I'm not exactly prepared. Supplies are thin. Weapons even thinner, just me and my hammer. Reliable. The town creeps up on me without warning. One moment it's empty road. The next, buildings. Real ones. Shops. Signs still hanging like nothing ever happened. It should feel normal. It doesn't. The streets are wrong. Figures drift between the storefronts, slow and unsteady. Not people. Not anymore. They move without purpose. Without urgency. I ease off the accelerator, barely breathing as one of them turns his head too sharp, too sudden. A police car sits crooked in the road ahead. No one inside, just left there. Like whoever was driving didn't even get the chance to think twice. I keep rolling forward. This place isn't abandoned. It's occupied. Further into town, I slip the car into the cover of the forest, away from the wandering dead, and unfold my map to see how close I am to the bunker. The street here is too quiet, the kind that feels like it's waiting for something to break it. Might be a chance, though. A place to hole up if things turn bad, maybe even catch a bit of rest. I circle the perimeter slowly, listening harder than I've listened to anything in my life. I shrug into the hockey pads and pull the welder's mask down over my face. The world instantly narrowing, duller, heavier, every breath louder than it should be. It's uncomfortable, suffocating even, but better that than teeth in my neck. I keep moving. Testing window after window with slow, careful hands, vision restricted, ears muffled, relying more on instinct than sense. Then one finally gives, just a little at first, then enough. The frame creaking as it opens. An invitation or a mistake waiting to happen. The moment I slip inside, the air feels wrong, too still, too close. And then I hear it, a low, dragging groan that doesn't belong to an empty house. For a second, I can't tell where it's coming from. Inside, these walls are bleeding through from next door. I move carefully, step by step, following the sound up the stairs, each creak underfoot, making my grip tighten. At the top, I find it twisted and slow, turning toward me, and before it can fully register, I bring the hammer down again and again until the noise stops and the silence lets it back in. But I've already done the damage the sound carries. It always does. First one impact, then another fist or body slamming against the doors below. Then the windows, more of them now. Too many. The house starts to feel smaller with every hit, every crack of weakening glass. They're closing in, drawn to me. And it's only a matter of time before something gives. I don't wait to see what breaks first. I need out. Once out, I head along, skirting the forest. The dead come, and I start swinging and slaying.
In whose dread presence ere an hour perhaps I must appear. If I have wandered in those paths of life I ought to shun, as something loudly in my breast, what is it I have done? Thou know'st that thou hast formed me with passions wild and strong, and listening to their witching voice has often led me wrong. Where human weakness has come short or frailty.
I find a larger house and carefully clear the glass from the window frame before slipping inside, avoiding any cut that would slow me down later. Once I've checked the rooms, I move upstairs, scanning the second floor for anything useful or anything hiding in the shadows. Then I secure a rope tightly around a solid point and drop it out of the window, creating an emergency route in and out if things go bad. It's not perfect, but it's an escape plan. I quickly barricade the smashed windows with whatever I can find, forcing barriers into place to slow anything trying to get in. It won't hold forever, but it buys me time. And right now, time is everything. It's getting late, and I keep reinforcing the house, shifting debris and furniture into place until the windows are properly sealed off. No more movement outside, no new shapes in the distance. Just the uneasy quiet of a town that never really sleeps. I do one last perimeter check, slow and careful, scanning for anything that might have crept closer while I wasn't looking. Then return to the rope and climb back inside, the house now feeling a little more like a fortress than a shelter. Once I'm sure I'm alone for the moment, I finally peel off the armor. The relief is immediate, like my body remembers what comfort used to feel like. I set everything down, keep the hammer close, and lie back without fully relaxing. Sleep doesn't come easily, not here, not like this. Every sound drifts too close. Every shadow feels half a thought away from movement. But exhaustion wins in the end, even if rest never really feels like rest anymore. I wake just before dawn, around 5 a.m., stepping out into a disgusting morning where heavy rain hammers down, and the darkness hasn't fully given up its hold. Visibility is poor, everything blurred and slick. The world reduced to shapes and movement more than anything clear. 2 zombies are already there in the gloom, and I deal with them quickly before they can close in. When I search them, I find a pistol and a shotgun, but only the pistol has any ammo. I take both anyway, rain running down my hands as I work, then set about the shotgun, sawing off the barrel to make it lighter and easier to handle in this weather and whatever comes next. The rain feels wrong, heavier than it should be, as if the sky has given up on falling and started pressing down instead. It doesn't come in drops anymore, but in a constant, suffocating curtain that turns every surface into a slick, dark sheen. Visibility collapses into a blur of gray and shadow, the world shrinking into whatever is directly in front of me. Sound is swallowed too, swallowed and warped, like the storm is wrapping everything in wet cloth. I keep clearing the houses anyway, moving from one to the next, each doorway feeling more uncertain than the last. The rain only intensifies, hammering rooftops and overflowing gutters until it feels like the whole town is slowly sinking under it. Somewhere close, zombies thump and scrape inside the buildings around me. Distant, but not distant enough. Their movement muffled by the storm, but still present, still searching. It makes every empty room feel less empty than it should. By the time I turn back toward the car, I'm soaked through, the weight of the water clinging to my clothes and armor, like it's trying to slow me down on purpose. I can barely see the vehicle through the rain, just a dark shape in a shifting wall of water. I push forward anyway, heading to grab my bag and whatever supplies I can before the storm and the town both decide to tighten their grip any further. It's still early in the day, but there's no easing into it. The rain has already settled in like it owns the place. I keep moving anyway, pushing from house to house, trying to carve out a clear path toward the bunker if I can reach it. Every step forward feels like a decision I can't afford to reverse. Every doorway, another gamble that something hasn't already claimed it. The rain hits the windows hard, streaking down the glass in long, frantic lines, like something out of an old film playing on repeat. Except this isn't an effect. It's the world itself breaking down in slow motion. It races down panes and splashes off sills, drowning color and detail, until everything outside feels distant and unreal. Alarm blares out from the house, the moment I open the window, slicing through the rain in silence, like a siren meant to summon everything that still moves. My stomach drops there as no time to think, only react. I'm in trouble, proper trouble. At every second it screams is another invitation for the dead to come closer. I turn fast, already running, heading back for the house where the rope waits, pushing through the storm knowing I've just painted a target on myself. I leave the house once things settle, stepping back out into the same heavy rain that hasn't let up all day. It hits hard immediately, soaking through what little dry comfort I had left, turning the street into a blurred wash of movement and sound. In the distance, I can still hear them low groans carried through the storm, getting closer whether I want them to or not. They come sooner than I expect. Shapes breaking through the rain, drawn to the noise. To me, I fight because there's no other option, swinging until my arms feel heavy and slow, until everything aches with exhaustion. By the time it's over, I'm covered in blood and rain, and something worse I don't want to think about too closely. My body screams with fatigue, but I'm still standing, still breathing, and somehow still not bitten. I pull back inside when there's finally a gap, shutting the world out as best I can and trying to settle what's left of my nerves. Sleep comes rough, shallow, broken by every sound the house makes. I tell myself tomorrow will be better, that tomorrow I'll push through to the bunker and end this stretch of uncertainty. But when I wake, it's already too late for calm. The groans are right outside, scraping at the doors, the windows, the walls, as if they've been waiting there all night just for me.